Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Sneaker Stories. As always, I'm your host Chris Jack. In today's video, if you hadn't guessed already, checking out some of the coolest accessories available locally here in South Africa when it comes to sneaker display, sneaker travel, or just general cool stuff that you want to basically help upgrade your sneaker collection or display or just general storage, whatever it might be. So without further ado, let's check it out. Alright, so over the past couple of months during lockdown, a couple of companies reached out to me wanting to send some products. Some of the stuff I already had, but I was obviously quite eager to check out what was going to be available locally here, and I've been incredibly pleasantly surprised just how cool some of the products are. So I've got products here from 3 different companies, all of which have sent stuff. Some of you guys might have seen this on my personal Instagram page at Chris Jack, at least in some of my photos, like the Kiss My Ears mat over here, travel bags and stuff like that, which I've already put you guys onto these different brands. But a lot of people have DM'd, so figured it was just going to be best to shoot a video, go through all of these different products, tell you where to get them, how much they are, etc. So I'm going to start off here with the first company, the Sneakin SA. They're based up in Johannesburg. They're basically focused on travel products, so you've got travel bags and then also sort of interior like decor kind of products like the mats and carpets and things like that that they also sell. So they basically sent through this Kiss My Ears mat over here, which has been a massive hit on my Instagram. Just basically using it to shoot photos, putting shoes on. If you want to use it in your room, if you've got a room or a sneaker display, it really just adds to the whole sort of sneaker vibe of having something as cool as this. I don't know, it just, for me, it's a really cool thing to have. And obviously, like this one, it is available in red, black, and also a teal color. They also come in a whole bunch of different sizes. They've also got like sort of outdoor carpet mats and things like that. And they're also insanely comfortable. They're like kind of like a memory foam feel to them. So when you stand on them, it's like super comfortable. The only thing is if you are like OCD, when you put your hand through here, it like moves the fabric one direction, so it looks like kind of tattered. But you know, if that's not going to bother you, then this is still pretty awesome. Now the next product they have, and I know a lot of people have been asking for this, is where to get these sneaker travel bags. Now up until now, I've always used private label bags, which have always been expensive to get out of New York and ship them here and pay customs and all of that kind of stuff. And this particular bag is literally the exact same bag as what you would get from private label at a fraction of the cost. Now from a naming and titling point of view, it is called just the Sneaker Bag, SNKR, and that's as such with the branding throughout the bag. But I want to show you starting inside of the bag. Of course, the interior of the bag is completely customizable with these Velcro inserts, so you can really just pull them out if you do. You want to basically change up how many shoes you can fit in the bag. Everything is completely padded. So I'm just going to throw a couple of shoes in this particular one just to show you how that will work. I think I'm going to get like a Jordan 1 as well. Just to show you the different heights. They can all perfectly fit in this particular bag. I've left this particular one out right now. Obviously you can fit 4 pairs. I've actually seen people fit like up to 5 pairs in here, depending on how you want to basically put them inside of these different compartments. But what I like to do is keep this one section open, especially if I just need like a weekend travel bag. I can put my clothes and stuff in the bigger side and then just have the 2 pairs of shoes, 3rd pair of shoes on feet, and that for me just saves the whole hassle of having to have a second bag for clothes or anything like that. Further to that, it's got a whole bunch of different compartments in this particular bag. The first one is a hidden one inside of the bag, which is for your laptop. So if you do travel with a laptop or a tablet or anything like that, you can just drop that straight in there. Everything around it is padded, of course, so it's going to be well protected in there as well. Just to put this back in here quickly, I just want to show you what it looks like with 4 pairs of shoes. And obviously you can control the different depths, so if you do have bigger shoes that need more space in these compartments, then that's also going to be possible. Just going to throw in a pair of dunks. You can store them sideways like that if you want, both facing down to the sides, however you want to do it. We'll just throw a pair of Air Max in here for good measure, and then just to show you how that all looks from top, you can see how they all fit in there. So it's a really nice way to be able to transport your shoes and to be able to keep them completely out of harm's way. They don't get squashed in these bags. I've been using them, well, the private label ones and this one now, for probably like 3 years. I've gone through about 6 of the different bags, just because I like having all the different options. But it really is an incredibly smart way to travel with shoes. Just to show you some of the other compartments in the bag, you do have 2 of these sort of netted zip pockets over here. I generally just put like sneaker cleaners, sneaker wipes and stuff like that, or small little things like locks and stuff for my other baggage if I'm traveling overseas. Then you've got like a hidden compartment here, or at least a closed off compartment. I would put like passports or something like that in there. I put microfiber cloths in for cleaning or anything like that. All kind of like sneaker related stuff I can just generally stash in there. You would really be surprised by how much stuff you can actually fit in one of these bags. As I mentioned, I've traveled internationally and domestically with these bags, and I've like literally crammed stuff in here, especially if I'm shopping overseas. I've got shoe boxes in here, I've got everything going on. They really are quite remarkable. In the front of the bag, you've just got sneaker branding over here done on this rubberized section, and then you've also got this kind of tab thing over here which just says remove sneakers. It's kind of a play on that remove before flight kind of thing, but that obviously you can take off if you don't dig that. You've also got a pocket here in the front section. This is quite a nice one to put your wallet or something like that in if you're going through security and you just want to like put everything in your bag and just send it right through. It's got a lot of these external compartments which I think are incredibly valuable, especially like boarding pass and stuff like that. You can just stash right in some of these open pockets. On the short side, you've got 2 more zip pockets over there, and then on the back here, this is the open compartment. So this is the one that I'm literally putting my whole passport holder and boarding pass in, so I can just grab that easily, show it to the dude when going through security and all of that kind of stuff. It's really just, it's a very, very practical bag. It's very well thought out. It's definitely something, I've got a couple of them as mentioned. Like I literally don't go anywhere, whether it's domestically or internationally, without a sneaker bag. Whether it's this brand or private label or whatever it is, they definitely are super practical. Now, just from a holding point of view, as you'll see, I've got the short handles in my hand. This is basically just got a little Velcro section on it. One thing I have found with these particular ones, especially the private label bags, is that they generally tear here first, like that little bit of Velcro comes off, but it's a pretty easy fix. This particular one from Sneaker I've been using now for probably around 3 months. Obviously not every single day, but I have been really surprised versus the quality of this particular bag versus private label. All my private label bags I've had have like been destroyed after like a couple of like international trips, but this one's been holding up absolutely fine. Then just to show you the long strap, which is obviously branded with the SNKR for sneaker, that would just be sort of like over your shoulder like that. You can obviously adjust the length of the strap as well, so it's a really, really versatile bag at that. Now, from a pricing perspective, these generally go for $1,700, but for the next 24 hours, they have said, as soon as this video goes live, 24 hours from this time, they will be available for $1,500. If you do want to get your hands on one of these, or the alternative color, which is a navy blue and it has a orange interior, this one being the black version has a red interior, so 2 color options there. A friend of mine just bought both of them. Actually, I just saw photos of him on Instagram. He was traveling yesterday, and both those bags look really, really good together. So you can obviously get the same color bags or different ones if you want. So if you're looking to get any of the bags or the sneaker mats, and as mentioned, they do have a whole bunch of different ones as well, you can reach out to the Sneaker Vice either on Instagram, which is what I would recommend. They do also have a website, but it's currently under construction while they add new products that they've just got into that site. So keep an eye on both those links and reach out to them via DM on Instagram, and you can find out what they have available, prices, all of that kind of stuff from there. Now, next up is a company called Sneakin SA. I've been waiting so long for somebody to be doing this here locally in South Africa. Traditionally, like when you needed sneaker crates or sneaker storage, you've always got to go to like Mumbo's Plastic Warehouse or like Plastics for Africa or whatever, and you get a product which is like not directly designed for sneakers. So it's always like, it's okay and it's cheap and whatever, but it's like could be a hell of a lot better, if you know what I mean. But that was until these things arrived. The guys at Sneakin SA have sent me over both variations in both different colorways of their sneaker crates. The first variation is the drop front over here. Just put one pair of shoes in there, and this one over here is the drop side. Now, both of these are incredibly good quality. They both come completely flat pack, so you can just snap them together. You can break them down, but it's not necessarily recommended because it is like plastic clip-in pieces, so you wouldn't want to break any of them by like breaking it down and building it up too many times. So the drop side variation here is slightly more expensive at 297 Rand 50 per box, but as you'll see, it's got a much bigger display area over here. This is a pair of Jordan 1s, so it's probably about the highest shoe that you're going to be able to get in here, but you shouldn't really have things much higher than that. You do have a little bit of space on top, but for me this one really just looks nice stacked just like this, just because you can see more coverage of the shoe, of course. And obviously, as you'll see here, they are available in a black, which really makes the shoe stand out. And then just below that, if you'll see that, if the light's not going to be reflecting too much, you've obviously got the clear version as well. You've also got Sneakin's logo, which has been printed onto the front of the box. It looks incredibly slick. It just kind of gives a bit of depth to the visual there, having that logo in front with the shoe behind. It looks incredibly slick, incredibly clear as well. Now obviously you can stack as many of these on top of each other as you want, depending on how many you want to buy. They've also got the drop front option over here. Now these are really nice if you need to save space along the wall, because they obviously are a lot more narrow and your display front is from the front obviously. Just to drop it down there as well, very easy to get shoes in and out of this. And then all of the doors on both of the models do have these little magnets on, so they just kind of snap into place there, which is pretty amazing. Again, available in a clear and a black variation there as well. Now you can obviously use these crates together, or a combination at least of both of them, to create whatever kind of display setup that you want. Just showing you a couple of different options there that I've managed to do, either with incorporating them with the other products that I've got here, with a TV. No matter where you have an open space in the house, these are always going to look absolutely slick. And it's really nice that we have them available locally, and they actually are designed for shoes and not just like a knockoff version, which is nothing wrong with those, but these are obviously going to be a hell of a lot better from a display perspective. If you do want to get your hands on these from a price perspective, as mentioned earlier, these are 297 Rand 50, and the drop front variation of that 287 Rand 50, so slightly cheaper. Both are available at sneakinsa.com. And obviously I'll link their Instagram here as well. You guys can get in touch with them directly through Instagram, or just purchase directly on the site. As far as I know, they also are available at the back door in Johannesburg. If you do want to go check these out in hand first before buying, then you've also got that option there as well. And then next up is a product which a lot of you guys might have seen on Instagram, maybe on my Instagram, or just from guys overseas. Finally, we have someone who basically sells these levitating sneaker display devices here in South Africa. I've been incredibly excited to test this thing out, and this particular one is sold locally here by a company called Levitate, with the product name being the Levitator. So it's available in white and black, and how it basically works is you get a bunch of magnets, or just one magnet at least, and then two weights as well. So that's the magnets and these are the weights, and it's really just super simple. What you want to do is just put the weights into the shoe, so basically they sit in the toe section. I'm using a Jordan 1 over here, but obviously you can use any other shoe on this particular one. But the heavier the shoe is, the more it's going to basically hover just below there. And how it works is just with this little magnet, which you just slide into the shoe like that, and you can just hold it just underneath there until it takes, and there you have an absolutely awesome floating sneaker. It's like one of the coolest things ever. Some people might think it's a little bit gimmicky. Sure, it's like a Chinese product and whatever, but at the end of the day, it really does elevate your sneaker display. You've also got this beautiful illumination here on the inside of the shoe, so even at night it really stands out when the product's all completely lit up and it's just moving softly throughout that. That rotation that you're seeing in the device itself is done in body. So from my understanding, I think it just uses like airflow or like magnetic rotation or whatever it is just in the top, so it automatically rotates the shoe. You can obviously stop it like that if you want, but it will automatically kick into a rotation just as it is once it gains its momentum. But overall, this product is really cool. If you want to just add that little extra bit of flair to your display, you can obviously get multiples of these if you can afford it, I guess, as they are quite expensive at 3,900 Rand. But if that's no problem to you, then you can look at getting multiples of these, or just have a second one to kind of create this little loop around here if you want. They are also available in a black. However, I do think that might be sold out by now. The white one I absolutely love, as it does fit the color scheme of my room here and all the other kind of display areas that I have in my home. But overall, it's an incredibly simple and very effective display solution if you are wanting to go for something like this. Obviously, it is only going to just be one shoe on it, so you'll have to have the other shoe somewhere. But you get the point. Theoretically, it's just like a glorifier for your Grail or whatever you have. And it definitely works very well, and it's very easy to use. But that's pretty much it for my quick review of these local sneaker accessories which are available here in South Africa. Obviously, all of these products will be available overseas as well. I don't really see why they wouldn't be. So for those of you watching outside of South Africa, I'm pretty sure you guys will know where to go and look to find all this kind of stuff. You can look at Amazon and places like that as well. But if you do have any further questions on any of these products, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, if you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe right here for more content like this down the line. But that's all from me for today, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.